Hi folks, welcome to Chiefkirk Outdoors. Today I need to make some new fresh char cloth, so I thought I would do that. And I'm killing two birds with one stone. I actually just came from Walmart and I bought this little stove and I want to see how it works. It's a Coleman stove. It says Coleman right on the side right there, which is a dead giveaway who makes it. And I've never used one just like this one before. I've got a small one that I bought out of China and I didn't give hardly nothing for it, and that's about what it's worth apparently. It worked good for a little while. Now it's got to where it'll burn for a minute and then just shut off, so I don't know what that's all about. But anyhow, I'm gonna try this one. If there's any fault to this whatsoever, right off the bat it does not have one of those little igniters on it. You're going to have to do it with a match or a lighter or something. But to me that's not a big deal, so it's not worth complaining about. These things here, I'll give you a little better view of this thing here. Right there's what it looks like. Now, you spread these things out, apparently, just like that. And that all looks just fine. And you use one of these kind of canisters. This canister don't have much in it. I hope it'll do the job. If it don't, I got a fresh one in the house. And it just says hand tighten it on here. So I will not break out the big monkey wrenches. Okay. And I'm checking for leaks. I don't hear nothing. I don't smell nothing. So I'm assuming it's not leaking. Now, what I'm getting ready to do here is char cloth that I'm going to use. I've got a whole bunch in here of these. Now what this is, I used this before and this stuff worked really good. And what I did was I went to Walmart and asked them if they had any pure cotton material, and they had some, and they had a yard or so of it, and they sold it to me real reasonable. And I come home and cut little squares out of that, which is probably pretty close to like a t-shirt or something like that. And I had some char cloth that I had made using blue jeans cut up, and it didn't want to work too good. It works great as a fire extender if you want to put it in addition. But this stuff here, man, it catches real quick. Now it'll make me out to be a liar when I try it after a while. But I like this right here. So I'm going to char this tin of cotton material, see how it works. And at the same time, we'll see if this works. We've got flame. That's half the battle right there. I'm gonna move it over here a little bit. And we'll set this on. Try to center it up as much as I can. There we go. That looks good. Now it's already smoking and I don't even have it turned all the way up, so, but apparently that's plenty hot, and I'm gonna leave it at that. Now, when the smoke stops, this will be done. And I'll let it cool off and then we'll check it and see how it works. So while we're waiting for this to quit, I'll go ahead and cut you off. I'll bring you back when this smoke stops. Oh, and by the way, if you're new at this, a lot of times this smoke coming out around the sides or out of the top will catch on fire and it'll be flaming. There's nothing wrong with that. Don't panic if that happens. It does happen most of the time. So just leave it alone, and when all that stops, it's ready to go. So I'll see you in a minute. As you can see, it's still going pretty good. But what I wanted to show you is, I've got a little hole obviously in the top of the lid there, but when this is done and I shut it off, I've got a little bitty screw, and I'm gonna stick it down in there to keep any oxygen from getting in, because if it gets too much oxygen in there, it will ignite. So just wanted to let you know, because the next time I show it to you, you'll probably have this in it. Okay folks, this is good and black. It looks nice. So I'm gonna take a piece out of here and I'm gonna test it, see how good it is. We'll find out if it worked or not. So I'll set this off to the side, and again I've got an opportunity to get rid of some of my used paper here. And I also, if you can see the black in there, I've got some char cloth that I put in there as an extender. That char cloth doesn't take a spark real well, but you can light it and it does work real good. Now I'll be using a piece of flint, which is actually rhyolite from the area here where I live, and I'm using this awesome striker that was gifted to me by my good friend and brother Ron T. Sawyer. So let's see if we can get the spark going. Yep, right there, got it. I know it's probably a little too light for you to see it, but it is lit, which I will show you here in just a second. There is flame. Worked like a charm. Now that char cloth worked really well, because it was either the first or the second strike, it lit right up. And when it's kind of light, it's hard to tell for sure, but either way, it worked really quick, and I'm real happy with that. So I've got a fresh batch to work with, and that's awesome. So until next time, thanks for watching. God bless you. Don't forget to tell somebody you love them. I may not be here tomorrow. See you next time. Oh, by the way, before I leave, I wanted to show you about this little stove. Now this little stove worked like a champ. It really did. However, it did something I wasn't expecting. Right here on this plastic part, there's a bubble right there. It kind of burnt. And I'm pretty sure that's not supposed to do that. So, I mean, it doesn't look like it's a real bad deal or anything, but I don't know if it was supposed to do that. If any of you guys have used one of these little Peak 1 Coleman stoves, let me know if you had that same problem, or it could be that that piece is supposed to come off. I'll have to look at it and see. But anyhow, let me know down in the comments if you use one of these, if that's normal or if this is defective. Thank you.